niggas. So run and tell the others, cause we are the brothers. I learned how to build bikes in my workshop class. So give me the sword and let's not make it the last.
We on the road to my man, going each and every place, through the mic in their hand. Tired of that smoke, truth in Tokyo. We on the road to my man, going each and every place, through the mic in their hand. Leaves mellow, trees deep down.
Back in '89, I simply slid into place. Buddy, all up in your face. A lot of kids was busting rhymes, but they had no taste. Some said Quest was whack.
What up, good people? What up, good people? And the place to be. We got reverb. There we go, America, and we are back. How is everyone doing today? Most people's favorite saying is, I can't call it. Well, I think I can call this weather is spectacular, by the way. This is fantastic weather, and it makes even better sense that for the simple fact that it is what I like to call Certipro Painters Presents Who's to Blame the Podcast. Episode 558 is up, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's been a long time coming, long time no see. Some of my podcasters out there right now. I had a little confusion going on with when we lost the website due to things that were not in our control. As I tell everyone, be careful who you get to do your website. Lesson learned, trust me. But no more of that foolishness. We are back here now with Who's to Blame the Podcast. Again, episode 558, brought to you by a title sponsor, Certipro Painters, Oklahoma City. Let the professionals do the work. So the best way now to stay afloat with the podcasting situation is to follow the page, mycityMymusic.com, Dre Montez, and it'll take you to the icon for Spreaker, and you can catch all of my podcast episodes on there moving forward, and under the moniker of My City, My Music, as well on Spotify and Apple. And video-wise, we're on TikTok, kids. We're on TikTok now under mycitymymusic.com. So at least we've been making strides behind the scene with the show, the podcast, but our other show, Montez at Midday, we've been making strides with both shows as well. But coming back to where it all started from my podcasting folks, and being that today is International Podcast Day. Shout out to all my podcasters out there. Let me just make this clear now. I'm not talking about you rich Hollywood folk that already got the money, already in the videos, and already on the stream. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people that fought hard and tough to get a little bit of privacy in a basement, in a closet, in a shower, in a room. Nobody's making noise. No dog is barking. Those people I'm talking to, huh? The struggle has been real. We have been here with each other and for each other in the podcasting community, going 10 years strong here, kids. In year 11 again. Shout out to all my podcasters out there. Yeah, baby. And if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to one of my favorite musicians, Soulard's own Mr. Keith Joseph. My dude, my dude, my dude. You want to be entertained. You know, magic is not... You got to see it for yourself. If you get a chance to catch any of his shows, again, his name is Keith Joseph. Check out one of his shows for sure. He actually did a special presentation at my 500 podcast adventure down on the island known as Soulard. Again, happy birthday to you, buddy. And for the rest of you out there celebrating the anniversary, happy anniversary to you. And if you're off today and you don't go back to work until next Monday, you are doing the damn thing right for sure. Let's get some high fives going in the building. A little chest bump. Show off the new shirt. Show off the drip. Show off the drip. Show off the drip. It drip. Is that what the kids call it? I don't know. I'm trying to stay afloat in the language sometimes. In the language. Let's hug this thing out. I saw an ad yesterday that said 20 seconds of a hug does more than sex. Dre, the more you know, the more you know. I'm going to say it again. 20 seconds of a hug does more for you than sex. That's letting you know right there. We got to start touching each other. We got to touch each other and meet it. All right. Let's get through our 7 pillars of the day. Let's let it go. Stay calm. It's on you. Give it time. Ignore them. Don't compete. And laugh. We all know how I feel about laughter. That thing is needed. I don't care what's going on. You ever laughed at, you know somebody that lost their job, girlfriend, apartment, got locked up, and served with child support papers the same day? I know somebody like that. And no, it's not me. It was a buddy of mine I work with. And we're talking, in the backyard. You know, that neighbor backyard talk. You're getting things off your chest. And he just let it rip what had happened. Well, I haven't seen him in a few days. I was like, wow. And we're laughing about this. Those are those way back Wednesday thoughts that you can flash back on sometimes and just, wow. Just amazing that the things that you've been through and overcome. That's why I try to tell folks today, it's not always going to be easy, but do the best you can. Keep yourself happy. Happiness is key. It's okay to be happy. Don't let other people trick you. You in this thing by yourself, even though we're in this thing together. Does that make sense? But we're going to be all right. And didn't they say that in hip-hop? We're going to be all right. And since all of us love hip-hop, we're going to be all right for sure, good folks. But before we get into the podcast episode 558, brought to you by CertaPro Painters, let's reflect on this weather. If you're off today, ideas right now popping in your head. Somebody already made the phone call right now. Bring a bag of ice. Already got the grill going. Somebody already has put out the smoke signal already. The crew on the way. Meaning like 4, 5 people. We don't want to overdo it. We don't want to overdo it. But today is that day. You've been talking all this trash you can barbecue. Now is that time. Now is that time. Speaking of now is that time, all of the sponsors that are affiliated with Who's to Blame the podcast, as well as Montez at Midday, the door is open. We're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 1. If you want to come up and bring your lunch special and chop it up with us and talk about it, share your location, your upcoming baseball food specials and marketing plans, feel free to come on up here at 3119 Hampton. Stop on by the studio here at Overtime Studio. Bring food. We're not messing around, Justin, now. Bring food. To my Who's to Blame podcast listener, all 5 of you, special shout out to my softball folks. I put this out there. I have a softball session segment that I'm doing. That if you are a softball player, tournament-wise, player, coach, manager, official, I'm opening the door, giving this platform to you to come on here and talk about your team, what happened last year, what you're hoping to do this year, your additions in the game of softball. The platform is open to you. We've done 2 shows so far, but it is open to you to come aboard. You can contact me for further information. If you cannot make it in the studio for a show, people, we can always use Google Meet and put you on the 65-inch TV here in the studio. That way you can call your baby mama or baby daddy or someone you don't like and show your clout and say, look, I'm on TV. Huh? Who's the one? Huh? Okay? If you're looking at the studio version, it's up on the TV now, the softball series, what I'm talking about, right there. After 25 years of playing one hell of a sport, I want to give back some type of way. Since I lost my vision, I can't coach a team that I want to. I can't umpire. Well, I could. You don't need that good a vision. Let it go, Dre. Let it go. Easy now. Easy. Well, before we get into today's podcast episode, there's a few things that have happened this week I would like to point out for journalistic purposes only. During the SEC tournament, the women's, a couple of Texas students that cover the school, journalists, they drove 16 hours to cover the SEC tournament. Nobody told them to. They took it upon themselves. See, some things we have to take the initiative to do. They're not going to tell us to do everything. We can't be pushed everywhere to go. You have to know where you're going. Find that GPS. Get out that Randall McNally map. Get yourself there. And the head coach of Texas said, I tell you what, young man, when you graduate and you get to a point getting your first job, put my name down on that resume. Back in the day, we all had this dream of looking at these athletes on television, reading the newspaper, watching George Michael's Sports Machine, not the singer. And we had hopes and dreams and ideas of being a professional athlete one day, running in slow motion, the Bionic Man, putting our pants in our dad's socks to make them look like we have NFL socks on, doing things in our shoulder pads to make us look like we had those wide, broad shoulders, chewing big league chew gum to look like we had chewing tobacco in our mouth to pretend and mimic a Major League Baseball player. But my, oh my, have the times have changed right here. Who now wants to be a professional athlete today? Who's to blame for that? Yes. Who's to blame? Who, social media? Bingo. What else? Internet. Same thing. If the government, us, when I was in the military, United States Navy, world's finest Navy, if we would have just kept the internet to us, shh, everyone would want to be a professional athlete. Now you need mental therapy, shock treatment. You need to go down the white rabbit hole of everything to really think about the idea of being a professional athlete today. They're going to know everything about you and your family than you've ever known before. They will have your ex record you to use it at a later time if you show up to disbehave or misbehave in the realms of professional sports. They hire private investigators to follow you. See, back in the day, all we saw was the athlete. That was it. We saw them play, looking at the people in the box known as the TV for sporting events, musical events, entertainment events. When you're looking at the box and you see all these people, like for instance, last weekend, you had the final regular season of the men. You had the conference tournament going on as well. Well, for both. You had the men and women conference tournament going on and the regular season tournament going on. These games were packed. Spring training games were packed. The NASCAR race, what? The Lakers in Boston was packed. So maybe it's the fact I watch too much crime TV. But who was at home? Who was at home last night? Look at all these events. Who was at home? Who was at home? Not a clue. I've always wondered that. Who was at home doing all of that? I really want to know that. And also, before we get into today's podcast episode, Bobby Cox, former Major League manager, managed 29 years. He was ejected 161 times. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Uh-huh. Yeah, buddy. Talking about getting your 2 cents in. I admired Bobby Cox. I don't want to call him a player's manager, but he understood the game of baseball. He understood what his players could and could not do. And he knew the rules of baseball. Not too many managers today that I can say that about. Are they too young? Are they still thinking they're players? I don't know. The judge and jury is still out on that. But I'm waiting on the start of baseball season. All right, boys and girls. Again, it's been a long time no see, but we're back. CertaPro Painters presents Who's to Blame, the podcast, episode 558. Wow, it has been a minute. We're finally over, well, hopefully over the BS that went on with our website, DreMontez.com, but it's no longer out there. We now have a connection link through mycitymymusic.com, Dre Montez, and you can follow their different links for everything to keep you up to date with the show, whether it's Montez at Midday or Who's to Blame, the podcast. But we're over it. We're moving on to bigger and brighter pastures. Now, we're moving on up, Mama. Mama, I'm on TV. Special shout out to my mom, by the way. There you go, good people. All right. Well. How do we start this on a day like this with weather like this? This is like barbecue conversation. Cold beer outside standing up. Dogs not barking type of conversation of what's been going on in the world of sports when it comes to questions, thoughts, and concerns. I get it at the same time when you put so much money into an athlete. You know you're not dealing with the prototypical perfect athlete, ideal person. Those days are gone. You never know what you're going to get. You understand where people are coming from, their background, what they've been through. We understand all of that. Everyone has a weakness. And what these billionaires are doing, they're investing in these athletes, but they're also protecting their investment by having private investigators. These are retired FBI, high-ranking police officials and military officials that have law enforcement background. So they're bored. And they need something to do. And if you give them something to do, they're going to find it. And this is that pivotal time of the year where NFL draft hopefuls get in trouble. What do I tell you all the time? Not everybody can go back home. Not everybody wants to see your ass. So what you've been to college, so what you've been on TV, so what you could go to the NFL. You still blank to us. Don't come around here. A lot of them go through that. I don't know if you've ever seen what the NFL tried to put together, the rookie symposium, where they bring true reality to these players on what's going to be your reaction when this happens. A lot of these kids have never been shown or put in the position of this type of money, this type of attention, this type of a lifestyle. That's a lot to take in. So let's be careful of the PI situation that's going on. They're not just following the athletes, they're following your family too. Keep that in mind. I also like to bring to mind, we've seen a lot of things to expose how the other side live. They really have concerns. It was a reality show called Undercover Boss. Let's take it a step further. Let's do undercover owners. Owners of sports franchises that have no idea how horrible they are with the decisions they've made and their team output. Now, that would be a reality show that everyone would tune in for. Undercover NFL owners. I'm tuning in. When episode 1? And no. You're going to sit with the people. You're going to act like us. You're going to use real money, no credit cards, no e-pass, no suite. You're tailgating with us, with the people. We're going to bring you down here with the people. See, that's the problem. They've never had a real sense of touch, of reality. Until they get around that new grandchild. You know, that free spirit, when that one is out here in these streets. But grandpa always want to deal with them. So the only way to bring these owners down to reality, bring them on down here. Let's get them a reality show, huh? Brought to you by the people, huh? If we can do Average Joe, we can do undercover owners, huh? Why stop there? Who's to blame? No matter how much we try, no matter how much we yell at the TV, throw the controller, yell at the text after we sent it, we cannot control other people. Say it with me, huh? Say it with me. We can do it. You can't control other people. As long as we can understand that, I think both sides can have a clear sense of visibility moving forward. We have to keep that in mind. You cannot control other people. People say spring cleaning is good. House cleaning is good. Changing up your wardrobe is a form of changing. You find things out. I believe in that. I recently did a clean. And I found things I have not been looking for, but I'm glad I found them. You ever had a moment like that? You're looking for something, and you found something that you weren't looking for, but you needed it. Huh? I'm going to say it again. Doing cleaning. You found something that you were not looking for, but you needed it. Why do I feel like I need to be on Orange is the New Black right now? I just having that moment. I'm getting to that point due to the fact that since I've given up on getting upset, I think the rest of us should stop getting upset when we can't go back to sleep. What we call out there in that world, insomnia. When we can't go back to sleep, don't fight it. Be productive. Put it to use. Write something down. Read something. Make a list. Cross something off. But be productive. Since I've taken on that, things have been coming out in a good damn way, and I'm proud of it. I just didn't believe that things like that really is true. You know, you hear certain things. Well, you know, if you write it down, you know, you can really do it. But putting and utilizing your insomnia time, and being productive with it, you don't think about it, you become a little bit more clear, then you're able to go back to sleep with so much clarity and so much ease. So give that a try for sure. Here's a little wordplay for you to get you off your feet. You know, when you were in school, getting a little warm, teachers say, all right, everybody get up, move it around a little bit. Let's shake some things out. Look like y'all getting a little loose over there. Let's loosen up a little bit. Well, here's a little wordplay for you. 84 beers, your age, 84 beers minus your age plus 40 is the year you were born. Give it a try. Give it a try. What up, Wednesday edition of Who's to Blame the Podcast, episode 558. Are we really at this point? In my years of playing ball, I had a chance to travel a lot here throughout Missouri and Illinois. And there's a great town that I became very, very fond of to play weekly as well as a few times in a tournament over in Freeburg, Illinois. And I heard a story that I don't know how to take this. Freeburg, Illinois is known as the Midgets. And they started this back in 1930 due to the fact of the high school had people under the age of 5'6", under the height of 5'6", and they won a championship. So over 90 years ago, this came up, and now it looked like it could be taken away with the name of the Midgets, that it is deemed to be offensive. Wow, wow, wow. Well, Christmas came a little early out there for us NFL fans, didn't it, kids? Huh? Monday would have been the perfect day. Hello, Bronco Nation, Bronco Country. Been a member, proud card member since 1982. But Monday was a little crazy. It was a little cray-cray out there. I liked the action. I liked the moves. It was like watching the stock market ticket tape. Like I've never done that, though. Never. It was like watching, I don't know what I can compare Monday to. I would say it was like watching Twitter or X. That wasn't the case. Who's to blame for that? It shut down 8 times on Monday. I want to talk to my buddy B about how does something like this happen. And people that work in the field of IT, they always say, oh, it's easy. It's overload of servers. You mean that couldn't have been prevented? What did you think was going to happen? The NFL free agency opened up. What did you think was going to happen? Huh? It's like when Four Hands off of Broadway, the first time they did the fried chicken cook-off. And I'm talking with the owner as they're setting up. I said, this all you're not gonna open up that side of the lot? He's like, you think I should? The Cardinals are not here. And you said fried chicken. Thank God he listened to me. It was a melee of people. Who's to blame? But how are you not prepared for that? The NFL free agency opened up. And Twitter, X, shut down 8 times? 8 times. Okay. Okay. Well, Netflix did it too. PlayStation Network did it. Like everybody is taking and picking and choosing their battles when they shut down. But where's our compensation? Where's the apology for that? I've yet to see we here at X apologize for our maintenance troubles today doing the coverage of the NFL free agency. There was none of that. People just going on about their business. But on other platforms, people trying to figure out what the hell is going on, who moved where, how much. And you talk about the money. Make it make sense, some of this money. Some of this money. I kind of get why these women jump from man to man. I think they following them dollars, aren't they? I see. Hey. Some of these guys I'm worried about, though. Some of these moves. DK Metcalf, I'm worried about you. You going to L.A.? DK is a ladies. Look, he's a ladies' man. DK, you're there to play football, okay? But some of these folks I'm worried about. Hey, you should. You know their history? Look where you putting them at. Oh, okay. So Mr. Barefoot from Buffalo is a New England football Patriot now. As a Denver Bronco fan, I like the fact that we address the needs through free agency versus the draft. The draft takes a little bit more to develop. Free agency, they are here. Thank you, Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton and I, since we've had our FaceTime meeting, our argument on social media, still pissed about those 2-4-2s during the regular season. and our actual phone call. We have come to an understanding that we understand each other. And I like the fact at what the Broncos did so far in free agency. Keep it up. I like what the Washington Commanders have done in free agency. Good moves, good moves. Kansas City Football Chiefs, I like the fact they're addressing their needs over their wants. See, that's where it's at when you get to understanding who's leaving your team, what can you get for your team through free agency versus the draft. Now, if you go into the draft for a quarterback, based on what these rookie quarterbacks have done in the past 4 years, there is no such thing as, I need you to watch game film and hold this clipboard for a couple of years so you can get used to the speed of the game. That's over with. They want you to come in ret to play. Not ready to play, but ret to play. Ret to play. So you got to catch up. You got to get on board. It was a couple weeks ago. And now we're at the point where we all get to talk about football right now. Then we got to take a break. Then we got to get ready for what? March Madness. So I'm with Jeff Capels. I'm with anybody that is questioning any of these ghost calls that these NCAA officials have been making. Well, now that the money, Vegas is really about to get involved with March Madness. How about this? Anyone that is related to an official, male or female, we're freezing all accounts until 2 weeks after the tournament to make sure there's no hanky-panky or shenanigans going on with these ghost calls. How about that? This man clearly goes up to put a ball in, misses, nobody touches him, foul. Who? What? Hold on. Hold on now. They have too much power. They watch too much TV, meaning the replay, instead of watching the game. For this NCAA tournament, if there's any official caught up in any gambling scheme, lifetime ban plus imprisonment, restitution, and anybody that laid money on those games that lost money, we want that back. See, they're not strict enough to me with these gambling punishments. We done told y'all when this gambling get here, none of y'all or your immediate family can gamble. Do you understand that? We done gave out enough warnings for the past, 4 years? But now, since a little bit more hands-on now, a little bit more states are getting involved with this gambling, we need to lay down what? The hammer. That's what we need to do. Let the judge know. The judge should let them know we're not playing. Remember how they did with child support back in the day? Do that. Okay. Now, who's to blame for that? That's a question, thought, and concern. Hand down that same type of punishment the way you did on child support, I guarantee you won't nobody try to touch, cheat, scam to gamble to make extra money a game. Do that. These word warnings don't make sense. Well, if you do it again, here's what's going to happen. No, that's not enough, Judge. No. Let's go after the whole damn family. Yeah, That's his mom's sister. That's immediate. Lock them all up. Don't let me be the head person over the securities and gambling when it comes to sports and sports fraud. Look, we're throwing more than the book at you. We have told y'all we are not playing around because you're making a mockery of our game. You're influencing the outcome of our game. You're making us argue more at the barbershop and at the water cooler based on what you did. You're messing with the point differential. You're messing with the point spread. Then you got players out here point shaving. Come on now. The money is not as hard as it was 30 years ago. You know that, I know that, she know that, and they know that. The money is easier now to make. That's how much easier it is for you to get caught. But please, let's not wait on them to lose a certain amount or make a certain amount before we make a case. No. The first time they go place that bet, do that shoulder tap. Come with me. Come on. You ever been caught shoplifting and you thought you got away and you get that tap on your back? Come with me. That's what they ought to do. Let's shame them. Let's put their pitch up everywhere. That's Reggie's cousin and his Aunt Felicia. That's Todd Mama Deborah and his uncle Mark. Let's put them all up there. Everybody's going to know they got caught. This is what's going to happen. We're letting these folks affecting sports gambling get off way too easy. I want stricter punishments. I mean, they're just not ripping off Vegas. They're ripping off the fans. What if you had something on that? And now you mess with the point differential? Oh, no. How you going to take yourself out the game? What the hell? Where's the rule book on that? See, I don't. Sometimes I think they have the wrong people watching these games for funny infractions going on. Because that game last night, show me the foul. Show me where he touched you. Show me. We done all seen that Law and Order episode when Dr. Wong come in there. Show me where he touched you. Show me. Well, that's what they ought to do in sports. It's getting out of hand. It is getting to the point where, what should we do? What more can be done? We've made commercials. There's a 1-800 number. There's a video. There has been people caught. But what happens to the people get caught? They do it again. If you're a collegiate athlete and you get caught up in gambling, I'm sorry, you're done. Done. I don't want to hear this. Oh, he's young. You know, he's coming out of a impoverished situation, but he can read and write. He knows right from wrong. She knows right from wrong. Why must I negate you because of your age or your demographic background? No, not on this gambling. No. No, not at all. If you're just tuning in, it's been a long time since we've done a podcast episode as we had some issues with our website. But after months of therapy and talking to Justin, we just said, damn it, we just going to kick it. So we at mycitymymusic.com, Dre Montez, and you can find it on there, Spreaker, and get caught up from there with our podcast episode. But we're back on track now, kids. We're back on track. Huh? Back on track. Sometimes you got to do that. Like today, this weather, somebody needs to put up the sign of barbecue, that smoke signal. Just light that charcoal and just do that. Watch that phone just slide across the table. Somebody's going to send you a message. Is that you queuing? See, in the South, that was a really, really big thing right there. That nice weather, weekday, daytime, your partner at work, little baby son of a bitch is at school, you got the crib to yourself, you're off to like 4, 5. You can get it in with a midday cookout. What's up, huh? And again, if you missed one of the pivotal points of conversation today with the NFL free agency opening up Monday, X kind of let us down. X/Twitter. It shut down 8 times. 8 times. That's not what I expected at all. And I also want to present the idea of NFL owners going undercover, go to the games with the people, by the people. So you can really feel the love and understanding of your NFL franchise from the real people. Not the boosters, not the coattail riders, them people that work hard for the money and hard to party on Sundays and go to work On time Monday. Regardless of what your team does. That's what we need. See, that's real television right there. Huh? That right there is real television right there for sure. I told you, if I ever win the lottery, like some serious money, like that near to that B, near to that billion, if I win that type of money, I already told my 25 closest relatives and friends, we in trouble. We're going to do lots of dumb stuff together, guys. I just want you to, we're going to do lots of dumb stuff together. I mean, friends got to do that. Friends got to do dumb stuff together. If you haven't done dumb stuff with your friends, what are you waiting on? You got to have that dumb friend experience. You got to get through it. You got to get over the hump, understand the situation, understand what's going on, understand how to get through it. All of that is a part of the situation. All of that is a part of what? Growing and understanding. And as we get to that point, we're getting closer and closer to a town favorite here in the city of St. Louis. I call it parade season. I really do. I think we have a little problem when it comes to parades here in St. Louis. We love them. The people you get to meet, the music, the costumes, the atmosphere, the food, the gathering of times, the traditions. It's something to look forward to. Now, I don't like the parades when it does all 4 seasons in one afternoon. That happened about 15 years ago that happened. We had all 4 seasons in the middle of the parade. I'm like, what is going on? What did we do? Keanu Reeves, we sorry. Remember the movie The Arrival? It had me think of that right away. But we're getting back to that time this weekend. But before we get to that, we have what is known as 314 Day here in St. Louis. It has taken on a nationwide phenomenon here throughout the area. People changing their wardrobe, taking time off for 314 Day, and that leads right on up to the St. Patrick's Day Parade. So there's a lot going on this weekend. Parade-wise, city commitment, and the culture of 314. So there's a lot going on. Show your swag. Do your most 314 thing that day. I think Justin and I are going to talk after the show and see what our most 314 thing we can do on the show Friday, whether it's food, music, clothing, or just the culture itself. We're going to get it on out there for the people, with the people, by the people for sure. Going to get it on out there for you. So, to the folks on StreamYard, thank you for following along. Again, it's been a while since we've done a podcast episode, but we're back. Everything is fine and cool. The anger is gone. The anger is gone. But I think we all go through that when you're trying to create your own path and you get into a situation where something comes up and you really don't know how to handle it. Was it handled the right way? But we get through it as a group and as a unit. But thankfully, we got through it and it's over with. But we're happy with the outcome that we have here. So it all worked out for everyone for sure. But there's a lot going on this weekend. Be sure to plan ahead, plan accordingly, figure out where y'all going to meet at, where you're going to meet at in a crisis situation. Find a safe word. Do not rely on cell phones. Please don't, because those towers will go down quickly. Is that many people attending these parades? Good folk, good people. If you don't believe me, look at some of the past videos. But it is there. A little swag update for Montez at midday, as well as Who's to Blame the podcast. We have the logos done, the design done for the shirts. We have made a plan on what shirts we're going to do now, as far as how we're going to do it. So now it's the process of getting the shirts out there. So hopefully the shirts will be in and out before the end of April. That way I can have them for distribution. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have a marketplace online. I may just have them on my person at all times, but I will let you guys know for sure how that's going to work out when it comes to letting you know how the shirt distribution is going to go for the shirts for Who's to Blame the podcast as well as Montez at Midday. So I will have you covered across the board on all of that, as well as the college football show with my dude Ray Cruz that we do every Saturday throughout the ASAP Sports Network. There's been a change. As soon as Ray send me the details, I will post them on our social media platform, and I will also keep you updated on our podcast of Who's to Blame. I will definitely keep you updated on that. So I think we're going to get started on our college football season this August for sure. But other than that, I will keep you guys updated and informed on our next episode of our college football breakdown show, where we break down each and every college football game, which is a lot of fun. But until then, thank you to the good folks on StreamYard for tuning in and watching the in-studio version of the show. And if you folks have never captured the in-studio version of the show via mycitymymusic.com, check it out. We're on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 p.m. Central Standard Time until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Giving you the good stuff of the people, by the people, and for the people. I will share with you on StreamYard my QR code for you folks as well out there. Get you covered. Get you on covered and scattered and tater tots and what they say there for the people. And you can do what you got to do right there. Get on there and on to it. All right there, good people. There you go. But to the folks on the StreamYard, thank you for tuning in. And we'll be back at you on Friday on StreamYard. It's 314 Day. Wear your colors. Show your love. Do what you have to do. Also got the crew and the boys coming to town from Oklahoma City. Looking forward to the St. Patrick's Day Parade as well downtown as well as Dogtown. So, again, lots going on here in the St. Louis area as well as downtown Bell Vegas. They getting it in as well this St. Patrick's Day weekend as well. So, boom. So to you folks watching on StreamYard, thank you so much. And we will see you, StreamYard, on Friday, same time, same bat channel, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you again for tuning in. Assertive Pro Painters presents Who's to Blame? The podcast, episode 558. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace and have a good day. All right. Now those folks out here. Now we can get raunchy. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, I don't know if it's the weather or the fact we're just having fun with good people and enjoying the conversation and the opportunities that come about for us is a lot of fun. It is for sure a lot of fun. But again, this is cookout weather. Get out the house, walk them babies. I'm not talking about your four-legged animals either. I'm talking about your actual human kid child. If the baby can walk, put the baby in a stroller, go to the park, let that baby walk, fall, crawl, do what you got to do. But get out the house. Yes, you too. All my natural hair people, wave it on out there. Wave it on out there. Get you some vitamin D today. Yeah, you heard me. But my apologies again for not being a little bit more consistent with our podcast episodes this year, but I had a little issue I had to get over my feelings over of losing things. But loss is a part of life. Like adversity is a part of life. Get over it, Dre. Get over it. Get over it. And before I get out of here, give you guys some positive notes and feedback. Hey, whatever you're doing, keep doing you. You're not out here to please other people. As long as you feel good about what you're doing and it makes you feel good, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Do the best you can do. You don't have creating that 10-page list is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, but try to do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Pace yourself. You get there. Pace yourself. Like when you go to the gym, you don't get on a treadmill and run 4 miles the first day back in the gym. No. You know why? Because Dr. Todd would probably see you after that. Right? Stretch it out. Let's stretch it out and go on this stretch run we about to go on, huh? In the words of my girl Judy Bloom, and are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. We must improve our bus. Say what? Say what? But this type of weather is cookout weather. So anybody in my neighborhood that know me, if you cooking out, in the words of every man I know, holla at a brother if you put something in that grill today. Holla. This is cookout weather for sure. This is definitely cookout weather for sure. And this is also the type of weather where it makes you think about things. Not if you made the right decision. No. Understanding where you at. Appreciating where you at. We all know things could be worse, and we always think things could be better. But let's be appreciative to where we're at. Enjoy the moment. Do what you can. If you're trying to help another person, help as much as you can. This is the time in the year where people take advantage of you. Be careful. Kindness, monetarily, sexually, whatever it may be. Do what you got to do. Make yourself happy. Do something with your spouse. Do something with your partner. Do something with a stranger. Do something with your friend. Do something with a coworker. Do something with your boss. But do something. Stop holding all that aggression in. Let it out. Just let it out. If you're waking up angry, we got to fix that. You ever heard somebody, I just woke up angry. Why? What happened in that dream? Get it off your chest. After that first cup of coffee or that first smoke and you still in that bad mood, pick up the phone and do what? Call in. We don't want that up in here. Not around here. Not up in here. Not up in here. Wow. It felt good to do this podcast episode. If the equipment would have been right today, that's what she said, we would have done the show from the porch. Porching from the podcast. We got that coming here soon, hopefully. Hopefully before April 29th, we get that going. But again, a merchandise update. The shirts, logo, and design is in. We know which route we're going. Now, it's all about getting the shirts ready. Getting the shirts ready. So if everything goes the way Dre wants it to go, meaning it's not going to happen. It's going to be some computer error. Some dude going to put the shirts on the wrong damn truck. That's why I'm not going to put a schedule out there. And I don't know if I'm going to sell them online or just keep them on my person on this first go around. And maybe over the break, I can get with Justin and we come up with an actual store and folks can just go online. But I'm trying to keep the cost down. I don't want to put taxes on there for you or I. I'm trying to keep the cost down and go from there. But we will figure it out as we're moving forward. So we're going to get our music going and get on up out of here. And I want you folks to do me one thing and one good thing only. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget to appreciate the details of the day.
But now is that the case? I have a quest to have a mic in my hand. Without that, it's like Kryptonite and Superman. So Shaheed come in with the sugar cuts. Five towards my name, but on stage call me Dynamite. When